It's J Mo, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest me, don't.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the stream, to the podcast, to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through, all the support through all the years. And appreciate all of everybody for watching, whether you watching live or watching on the replay. I've been so busy and things behind the scenes with trying to get things going with, I had to move recently. Well, I don't say had to, but I moved recently and trying to get things done with the stand-up and a lot of different things going on. So I haven't been able to put out as much content as I normally do, and then it's been difficult for me with other stuff and, be tired and dealing with other things with health and stuff. So I appreciate all the love, all the support, everybody to come through when I go live. I know I'm not able to give as much notice as I used to for things like this, and I haven't been able to have the schedule that I once had, but believe me, I'm working on it. And I say by the next month or two at the latest, things is going to be running so smooth. Hopefully, the way everything is planned is really, coming together. So, really looking forward to that. I appreciate everybody for sticking in there. All the love, all the support, coming through. And definitely will be rewarding everybody with all kind of reviews. I got all kind of product reviews that I'm about to start reviewing. A lot of product reviews. Movies, TV shows, cars, travel, food, lifestyle. About to be reviewing it all. Jay reviews it all. That's going to be the new show. Straight up. Give a shout out to my girl Rashonda. Been coming through for years with the support, all the love. I appreciate you, girl. And, definitely appreciate all the support. How you doing? What's good with you? Bobby Bailey, what's up, man? How you feeling, brother? Been there for a minute as well for the support. I appreciate you. My man Ray Negron, what's good with you? How you feeling, my brother? I can't put your comment up there, but I got you, though. I've been all right. I've been hanging in there. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Bailey, Diddy is in that hot fire, in that hot water. He in that hot agua, boy. You ain't lying. Hey, I got another story that I'm going to talk about. I don't think many people talk about this story, and it kind of coincide a little bit with something else that I saw that kind of upset me a little bit. I'm like, man, what is this? I didn't really like that. And what I'm going to talk about is, since we kind of talking about it now, is that I didn't like. Well, hold on before I get into it. My man Ray Negron, 4 years deep, rocking with you. There you go. What's good? That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, man. So how many people seen the Gerard Carmichael show or heard about it? Gerard Carmichael is a comedian, for those who aren't familiar with it. And he just came out with like a reality show where he like kind of following himself around and talking with his parents and friends and family. And for those who don't know, he just recently came out as being gay. And so now he's like really flamboyant with it and things, doing things and stuff. And anyway, I didn't see the whole episode, but I happened to see the end of the episode. And I saw something that I was kind of like, I didn't like that. And it also kind of made me think about what Diddy did in this article that I'm going to show you. Allegedly. Because I wasn't there. So, according to the article, what allegedly happened. And it was kind of something similar. So, what happened was it was saying on the Gerard Carmichael show that he was with Tyler the Creator. And so he talking with Tyler the Creator, and he pretty much, to sum it all up, I'm paraphrasing, but he's kind of acting like he's hurt and upset, got his legs all crossed, and he's all withdrawn and upset because he's saying that pretty much he told Tyler the Creator that he had feelings for him, that he cared for him. And he was like, Tyler was like, he was like, when I told you that, you kind of like brushed it off. You didn't say nothing. He like, I mean, what you want me to say? He like, I mean, you could have cussed me out. We could have talked about it. We could have did this. We could have did that. I mean, and we could have just not talked about it too. But he like, hey, look, man, you know, I got feelings for you like a brother, but not like that. And so, like, he was all upset and kind of, like, withdrawn, and Tyler got the food and was eating, and he was like, he was kind of upset he eating, like, what? Like, you upset that he don't want you to bang him. Like, how you upset? Like, that's like me being upset if I try to holler at a woman and she don't want me, so now I'm going to be all upset because, what, she won't let me bang her? And that's what it seemed like he was doing, kind of like, what, trying to pressure him to let you get what? I didn't like that. That didn't kind of come off right to me in that perspective. It was kind of like he was trying to make him look bad in a way, because what, he didn't respond to your advances correctly? I mean, I don't think he did anything negative. He didn't diss you. No, he probably didn't want to sit down and talk about it, but that's kind of like, he's sounding like what a woman would want to do if that was his woman. And he like, dude, you ain't my woman, so why I'm about to sit down and talk to you about why I don't want to let you get in me, and I'm not that way. That shouldn't be a problem. You shouldn't act all hurt or try to come at me like that. It's like you trying to what? Say you took me down? You trying to do like Diddy, allegedly trying to take down straight men, allegedly? Why would you do that? And there's plenty of people that, if you are gay, would love to be with you, and it would be no problem. Why are you trying to do this to straight men, allegedly? It's like a power trip or something? I don't know. Sipping on a little bit of little Wakanda juice up in here. Straight from Black Panther. What's up, Mina? Mina, how you doing? Good to see you. How you feeling? So, you know, that's the thing that I really don't understand, is that why, if these people are allegedly gay, would they want men who are not gay? It's like a power move. Is it a power trip? Hey, man, you know, you like, who was he talking about, what they trying to do with some of these people is just, they try to say, hey, you know, you like that person? Yeah, I got some of that. I hit that. Or I made him, you know, do this or that, get down on bended knee. I don't know, man. So, anyway, the article I was talking about with Diddy, and I'll pull it up, it's actually from Vibe magazine, who, damn, man, remember the days when Vibe magazine was actually a magazine? But anyway, let me pull it up. It shows, because Vibe magazine is only digital now. Let me see. Let me share this screen. That's about Revolt. so far. Chrome lost. Oh, brother. Alright, hold on. Let me get this article and put it on the other browser. Let me see. Because same as always something when you ain't expecting it coming up. Alright, give me a second. So this article is pretty much saying, and how many people are familiar with Torrey, the journalist? Because it's pretty much saying that Torrey had a cousin, and he asked Diddy, because he's been in the industry for so long and he's got close relationships with different people. So Torrey says in this Vibe magazine article that Diddy made advances to his cousin. He had talked to Diddy and asked Diddy if his cousin could be his intern, because Diddy had an internship, and Diddy approved, and Diddy's cousin was there. And then shortly afterwards, his cousin was no longer there, and he asked, well, what happened? And his cousin didn't actually tell him. And then he later found out from his cousin and from other, that Diddy had, advanced on him, and he refused. And Diddy said, if you don't, give up them goods, the internship is over with, according to the article. And he didn't give up the goods. The internship was over with. And then shortly afterwards, the entire internship was canceled. And he then heard from somebody else that Diddy had that type of advance, and that they refused, and that their relationship was no longer, continued. And so he realized then, okay, I guess these rumors are true. You're going to have to lay down to get down. Straight up, ABM. All about men. What? No. Anyway, damn, man. What's up, Shoney? How you doing? Bobby Bailey, you say Diddy is close to the edge. Hey, facts, man. And so here's the thing. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she was saying that she feel bad for the kids. And I'm not saying that I don't feel bad for the kids, but at a certain point, they're no longer kids. They 30 years old, 25 years old. So some of them are not kids. The teenagers, they almost as finished products, but they still teenagers. And I know he got some kids younger. He got a few. But here's the thing, and you guys let me know what you think. We'll put up a little question poll. So if the kids turn out to be, for example, the 30 and 25-year-old, who Justin and Christian and King, if they turn out to be people that are just as similar in actions to Diddy, and the way it is it is his fault. Actually, it ain't in a way. It's Diddy's fault. He raised them. He been an influence in their life, their entire life. They have been raised with these values. For example, Shaq doesn't spoil his children, from what all accounts are. Allegedly, I don't know. But he has raised them to value and have a work ethic instead of be blinged out stars. And, it's like Diddy is the real empire. It's like, for real. He It's like really Empire on a bigger scale, though. He got more money than Terrence Howard did in Empire. But it's like really Empire. And, you know, how much did they really teach them kids? And I don't know. It's just like having them as the music, you know, musicians. Not that that's a bad thing, but they pretty much... They ain't sitting there trying to be no Frank Sinatra, you know, so King Combs and all the stuff they got going on, I don't know. I wouldn't say the apple is falling too far from the tree. So, you all let me know at a certain point where I was going with this is, yes, it is Diddy's fault that they are who they are to a certain degree. But my thing is this. When you 30 years old or 25 years old, yes, if you have been not having the proper, I guess, foundation, like the rest of us in the sense of being grounded in life, most of us are grounded because we didn't have everything and had to work or go through certain things. Like most of us, in the sense, we didn't have the so-called silver spoon. That it's just a different understanding, I guess, of life. But if you, at a certain age, kind of got to be responsible more for your actions. If they 25 and 30 and are accused of some of the things that they could be possibly accused of, I think that's on them. They got to be responsible for their actions. Now, yeah, it is difficult to understand what you're doing if you didn't ever get grounded in the first place. But hey, it's just life. That's unfortunate. I don't know. You all let me know in the comments if you think it's the Diddy, put a 1D. They'd hold most of the responsibility for the oldest, the 30 and 25-year-old, I guess. The reason I picked them out is because they've had enough time in life to be responsible for their own actions and learn from their mistakes. It look like my screen is frozen. All right. Yeah, but learn from mistakes and other people's mistakes. They know what's right, what's wrong. At least they have had enough time to figure it out. So put a 1D if you think it's Diddy and the daddy that's still at fault for them, and put a 2D if you think that it's more of them that's responsible for their actions. I don't know. Miss Jocelyn, what's good? She say, I have never seen so many male men and rappers hate on the downfall of this man. They are gossiping and coming out like women. Why didn't they tell God we'll fix Diddy in the end? That's true. I mean, so I don't understand it. What should they not do? It's bad because it's men Me Tooing. I mean, the women that are getting money, or men that are getting money and then leaving it alone and not going after somebody criminally, I think should be, I don't know. You can think about that. I'll put it that way. I won't say they should be looked at, say, as shady or whatever, but, you know, that's to be considered. But the people that are not going for money and are going straight for, like, the criminal case, not civil, I think that is different, because they like, man, I don't want your money. Like, what you did to me, allegedly, money can't fix. Now, it's complicated, and maybe he could have had protections if he may have not have pissed off the wrong people or did something. I don't know what's going on, but it's not looking good because some of this is criminal. If it was all civil, he could just pay people off, like what happened with Cassie. But now they say Cassie is cooperating in the investigation. Let me see. I just saw that. Let me pull this up. Machine Gun. I'll Be Sure is saying that he has a book or something that he's got coming out, a tell-all book. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's see. Where's the... Alright, I guess it didn't save when I put the Cassie is working with the feds. So, that ain't looking good that Cassie is now working with them boys. Let's see. I'll show you about what it say with I'll Be Sure. I don't know if you all are familiar with that one as well. Let me pull this up. But I'll Be Sure is saying that he had a book. He got a book coming out. Let's see. Pull this up on there. Oh, brother. So he's saying that he's been trying to talk about it. I know a lot of people can say maybe he upset because of what happened with his son and how that situation turned out. And for those that aren't familiar with that, I give you a quick rundown. And that is that his son was raised by Puffy because his son was, well, his mother is Kim Porter, who was with Puffy, and we know what happened with Kim Porter, and unfortunately, and so, but when she got with Puffy, Quentin was just a little boy, and that's why he was there. And so I know that's got to be very, upsetting for I'll Be Sure, but a lot has happened. I guess they had to take it like men. But I'll Be Sure is saying that somebody tried to silence him, and him being in the coma, he's saying it ain't a coincidence. I don't know. It's kind of vague a little bit in this article what he kind of says, but he allegedly says that, hey, he been talking about people need to take an eye onto this, and he said, what'd he say? We gonna be producing the I'll Be Sure life story. So hold on to your britches. You'll really understand how I ended up in a coma, and you're really going to need to call Homeland Security. Now, hey, maybe that's just a shot. Hey, maybe he's just trying to sell books or whatever the case. But if this is the case, I will go back to Miss Jocelyn on that. Like, hey, if this really was the case and you really knew why you was in a coma and it allegedly had something to do with this, or you really gonna need to call Homeland Security, I guess he a terrorist, well, I would just say, man, I would have thought this could have got put out there earlier if it was that bad and that dangerous or that shocking or that important, and it should have been taken to Homeland Security, not to the bookstore. But hey, everybody trying to make some money, so you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Let's see, my man Damian Kenny, he said 2D, Justin and Christian are men. They may be privileged, but indulging in certain activities is a choice. I don't think Christian or Justin were forced into anything. And you know what? I agree, man. I agree. It's true. They are grown men. And yeah, it is unfortunate if you grow up maybe with the silver spoon and you grow up in maybe take things for granted and, don't do this or that. I mean, hey, it's like Empire. He had one kid trying to be Andre and be businesslike, and what was the other? He acting crazy, trying to be living the rap life and the next Tupac. So it's just crazy. It's just they were grown men responsible for their actions. Maybe he didn't do the best upbringing that he probably wanted to, putting one in the garbage. But hey, Puffy, he got a lot on his plate now for sure. My girl Mina say 1D, so it's Puffy. I mean, only up until they was 18 technically. So, and he messed them up, but it's up to them to decide and search, and most of the learning comes in your own time anyway. So some people that aren't that smart, they probably stopped reading or learning stuff after they got out of school and figured they was done and ain't learned a damn thing or looked at nothing informative or nothing. So who knows? Suburbia Jones, he say that Diddy slept with 50 Cent baby mama. And also I allegedly heard that she was on Diddy's payroll. There's so many things about who on who payroll that's just like kind of interesting that all these people doing something like that. I think I can't even remember the story, but I was talking to my girl Gina, and I think she was saying something to the effect that Diddy was about to sign 50 at one time, but 50 didn't do it. And he signed with Dre and them. And I can't even remember the rest of the thing, what she was saying. God dog it. But something to the effect that that's where the beef originally started, because he was shady about not wanting to sign with him. He was mad or whatever. And that's where it allegedly started. Again, she probably said more, but I forgot. My bad, Gina. It was late. But what do you all think about the Homeland Security raids? Was that necessary? I mean, so far there's no arrest warrants out there, and they don't have his travel restricted, so we don't really know what was happening yet. And again, I'm not saying like as the public or whatever we are got the right to know or whatever, but he is a public figure, and if this was all made public, then what's going on? And this says right here that his home was raided, and it was just talking about all the stuff that happened. Everybody know about his multiple homes raided, and he upset about how it was trashed and everything, which I get it, but that's what they do. I mean, we knew that even from the movies. What is this? That's the wrong link. Got too much going on this link. But anyway, in the movies, we see that they always gonna trash the house. It's like they love doing that. They gonna have fun throwing your drawers all over the room, and like it's Home Alone or something. So, hey, they ain't about to come there and treat your stuff right. But that is kind of unfortunate. But I don't have no pity about that necessarily. We'll see what happens. How many of y'all think Diddy is innocent and is being mistreated? Let's see. Put a 1 eye for innocent if you think Diddy innocent. Put a 2 eye if you think that he is getting what he deserves. What do you all think about him in Young Miami and things like that just going on? I believe she defended him. I did have this. Let me see. Well, this thing ain't gonna pull it up right. But let's see. Suburbia Jones say, Jay, it's always civil because you can sell your story later on. That is true, unless it's like a gag order or whatever is part of the civil, when they settlement. But yeah, it may be for years or something. You never know. Let's see. Damian Kinney said Daphne is 50 cents BM. Okay. Well, there she go. I guess, hey, in her life, she like, hey, I'm about to win. I need me a little payday or some fun or whatever. I guess Puffy ain't the worst looking guy, I guess. I don't know. Miss Jocelyn, you say he paid Cassie $30 million and still talking. He should have put something in writing. Shut the hell up or give me my money back. And all men coming had Diddy D. They had that Diddy ding ding. That Diddy D. Hey, if he paid, well, it ain't no if. So he paid. Here's the thing with Cassie speaking. And dang, man, here, I can pull this up. But the thing with her speaking is that I think it said Homeland Security made her speak or brought her in. So if that's the case, she probably don't have a choice. And so that's the sad part for him, is that he paid for her to be quiet, and then because of this now being a criminal investigation, they made her speak anyway. Let's see. Here it is right here. Okay. I gotcha. Cha-cha-cha-cha. So, I guess she could have refused to cooperate. Ms. Jocelyn say, I don't care. She could have refused to cooperate, but, hey. Where is it? Why this ain't letting... Oh, my goodness. So it's not letting me share that anyway. I'll read it. Let's see what it says. It says, Cassie cooperating with federal authorities in the Diddy sex trafficking investigation. Former girlfriend reportedly cooperating with the feds. This is according to the Source magazine. Remember, they used to actually have a magazine too. Said they actually got the affidavit right here, the court documents. It says that she's been working with the feds for weeks, and some even speculate that she spoke to them before his homes were raided in LA and Miami last month. Other women have been cooperating with the investigation. However, because of the timing of the raids, Cassie may have been key in helping the judge sign off on the search warrants. It is presumed that Cassie told investigators the same thing she alleged in her lawsuit against Diddy, in which he settled out of the court the next day. He forced her to have sex with multiple male prostitutes, riggedy wreck shop. I'm trying to avoid the algorithm, y'all. So, he took it without permission, beat her, and plied her with drugs and alcohol over the course of their relationship. Plied her. I never heard that term before. I wasn't familiar with plied her. Plied? Plied her? Okay. Well, she sued him and Bad Boy Records. Bad Boy and everything. So it says they don't know who the other women are cooperating, but Lil Rod Jones was one of the men. And he said that they was trying to stroke his back, him and Cuba Gooding and other things. So that's just one of the things he said. I don't know. In my opinion, all of this, I don't know, man. I think that if a man is telling a woman, hey, if you got to have sex with me or this internship is over, or this, then that ain't even paying them. Or if this job or this access, ain't going to happen unless you sleep with me or do these things on the casting couch, proverbial, I think that's wrong. And if you doing it to men, I think that's wrong too. Maybe even worse, especially if you're doing it to men that aren't even in that persuasion of life. So you trying to make them go against so many things for money or opportunity is just, I don't know. I don't look at it as a takedown if this is happening. I wouldn't want to be in that position of having to do that with somebody, male or female. Because what if that female is, Big Bertha? Everybody think it's going to be great. Ooh, the female want me to do it. I do it. Yeah, well, it's not, a lot of times not Janet Jackson trying to make you do these things. And even if it was, what if you married and love your wife? So it's just a lot to think about. I don't know. Let me see some of these comments. Damian Kenny, what up, brother? You say Diddy is viewing the raids as persecution, but it's procedure. If it were persecution, Diddy and Co. would be grounded by the government. Diddy's insurance company went over his head and paid Cassie. Okay. I didn't know that. And you say that they dropped him as a client after paying Cassie $30 million, go bankrupt representing a client like that. But so that's why she sued his companies as well instead of just him personally. But dang, I didn't know it was $30 million. Let's see. Suburbia Jones, outing Diddy to me would be tantamount to extortion. So I believe that Cassie extorted $30 million from Diddy. Okay, here's the only thing that I'll say about what you're saying, because what you're saying, I get. I see where you're going with this. But it's not that you giving me $30 million or I'll tell the world that you gay. He was actually doing things to her, drugging her, forcing her, allegedly. All of these things are alleged. Allegedly forcing her to sleep with male prostitutes and allegedly other things. So if these things were done against her will, then hey, that's where the problem lies. It's not necessarily I'm going to tell everybody that you gay or give me $30 million. It's that I'm going to tell everybody that you an abuser and you manipulated and things like that. So that's where that was. Now, if it was only that he was gay and that all this time they were never really a real couple and she was just faking it for him, and if you don't give me $30 million, I'm going to tell the world that. But other than that, you was a great guy. Oh, she messed up. I think that would be horrible. But that ain't exactly the case. Okay, Dame Kenny said plied equal manipulated. Okay, I kind of figured in the context, but I ain't never noticed that word applied. I'm learning. Nah, but I ain't never seen it applied that way. At least I don't remember that. Let's see. Suburbia Jones says, how do you prove that consensual sex is non-consensual 20 years later? And that is why I believe she has to go to civil. Because you're thinking of criminal. Whereas in criminal, you got to prove stuff. You got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And in civil, you don't have to prove this stuff beyond a reasonable doubt. But then people don't go to jail either. You know, you just pay some fines. But although I wouldn't call 30 million paying a fine, but that's the thing, is that it was civil and not criminal. And that's why I think she would have to take him to civil, because she can't prove any of this stuff unless people testify and corroborate her story. There's no way that she can prove any of this stuff. Hell, she couldn't prove it a week later unless, it was on video or people, witnesses testify, because you got to go get that riggedy kit, I believe, in like 24 or 48 hours. So that right there is your evidence and proof. So, but that's the thing, man. And people watching, if you're wondering, yeah, that's one of the main differences in civil and criminal. You don't have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, and you're not going to go to jail if you're found guilty. You just pay a fine, and then people that get found guilty in civil court don't even pay the fines most of the time. Don't even pay the fines. So that's really kind of messed up too. Like, I believe O.J. Simpson ain't paid none of the fines that he got hit with in civil court to the Goldman family. I think they may have got rights to his book, but I believe he owes them millions of dollars still. O.J. Simpson ain't paid. Alex Jones, when he got sued by the families of Sandy Hook, I believe it was like $100 million or more. I actually forgot what it was. I just watched that documentary, The People versus Alex Jones. That was a very good documentary. But he ain't paid no money. So that's the thing in civil court. A lot of times people don't even pay the money. Now, I believe that if you don't pay eventually, they can put you in jail, but I don't know. The laws, each state is different, so people be getting over on that civil court. Ms. Jocelyn, you say it's more men coming out than women. Diddy should have said he was bisexual. Who care if he Who care if he worked for Hershey's? And it's sad what people do for money, and it's sad what people do. I agree. Here's the only problem with what you're saying. And that's what I'm here for, to help everybody. We're going to get it all clear. It's more men coming out than women because he's allegedly assaulted more men than women. And again, it ain't about if he said he was bi. And some of these comments I'm getting to kind of late. So if I'm getting to in these comments kind of late, pardon my speed. But if he was, that's like what Kevin Spacey tried to do. But if he's doing that, if it was just that, that's one thing. But if they drugging people and, hey, do this or I'm going to take your job away, that right there is illegal. You can't have a quid pro quo for a job like that. So, I don't know. He should have just got with other men that like that lifestyle, but that's where they say it's a power thing. Michael Jordan, I hit that. Shaq, hey, Shaq was, gobbling these nards. You know what I mean? That's what I meant. You gay? I ain't gay. He gay. He the one that did it. I ain't gay. I just have the power. Power trip. So, Ms. Jocelyn, you say, I just don't understand why stay and get abused for fame and money. Because she thought she was going to get that shot. That this, like you say, sad what people will do for money. She thought she could be the next Beyonce. I don't know if she could or couldn't, but that's why she stayed with him. If anybody could have helped her do it, he could have if he wanted to. But it didn't happen that way. Damian Kinney, you say the NY Survivors Act law is the reason accusers can sue their alleged aggressors years after the incidents. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I think that's the one that was about to expire, which is why, we are hearing so many of these things right now, because it's towards the end of that law or whatever. But, yeah, it seems that people, at least towards the end, really taking advantage of it. What's up, Coraline? Oh, Corinne. I thought that was an L. I'm starting to need to wear my glasses. Corinne, Julian, sis, what's good? You say I'm 50-50 with what happened and what is legit and fabricated. He owned Revolt, possibly targeted for reasons we are not aware of. It's funny that you bring up that Revolt, because I actually got that pulled up right over here. He sold it. He had to sell. So I'm wondering, did they make him sell it? See, that's where conspiracies can come in too, because they'll say like, well, he owned Revolt. Did they make him sell it because they wanted it? I don't know. The person or the people that own it are anonymous. Me personally, I'm not too familiar with Revolt. But if Revolt becomes the next big thing, I guess you could say, well, they didn't let Cosby on this network, and now this. It says here, Diddy sold all shares in Revolt, and the new owner remains anonymous, but reportedly has a deep passion for black culture. It say months after, Diddy announced he was stepping down as the chairman of Revolt TV, a music-oriented digital cable TV network, the company has been sold to an anonymous buyer. According to TMZ, the hip-hop mogul sold all his shares in the company he founded in 2013 along Andy Shum. However, the person who made the purchase as well as the transaction amount remain unknown. He could be trying to liquidate all his assets because he's planning on living in another country the rest of his life and saying, the hell with running businesses in America. Get all my money out, because any business with my name on it is probably going to crash anyway. So let me sell everything, sell all these houses and all this other stuff and get all this liquidity, cash available. And then I'm going to go buy a house next door to Russell Simmons. That's probably what he's thinking about. So, anyway. Who knows, man? Revolt. How many people watched Revolt TV? And what's messed up and sad, he say right here, is all about Biggie and I had this dream. Pretty much everything that he's done has been copied off of Biggie, in my opinion. What do you all think? I mean, Biggie, yeah, he didn't have the record label, but Biggie wanted to sign artists as well. Biggie wanted to start the clothing line. He was talking about Brooklyn Mint. Biggie wanted to get into all kind of little different ventures and things. And I've seen him talk about it in interviews, and pretty much everything Biggie has said in the interview, Puffy has done, whether it's clothes or buying different things, investing, just crazy. So, and it's all thanks to Biggie that he was able to do that. But anyway, let's see. Suburbia Jones in the movie Indecent Proposal, all it took was $1 million to break up a marriage. Hey, probably the same amount even today. Most people will probably leave if somebody put $1 million on the table. You say there's more men coming out than women because it makes it more believable. What man would lie about being sexually assaulted? The ones who want money is your answer. I don't know if that's just money for this, but you say Bill Cosby was the test run. 30-year-old allegation led to Cosby going to jail, then being found innocent after he did this time. Suburbia Jones over here. You know what? Where my tinfoil hat? I'm going to turn it to the side or to the back or something. You got me over here thinking over here. That does make a lot of sense. Hey, if we could take down Cosby with 50-year-old allegations, we can take down any black man. Hey, damn. I mean, if you didn't do it, they can't accuse you of it. But damn, you got me thinking over here. Miss Jocelyn, it's not officially sold yet. It is okay. Watch the Roland Martin news blog. I believe him because he's a real reporter. Okay, yeah, Roland Martin be on the point a lot of times. So if it ain't officially sold yet, I guess it's pretty close. So he probably trying to get all that liquid cash. Suburbia Jones, you say, I know people believe that women don't lie, but if you need proof, just watch any paternity court show on television. In the case of 5-year-old Jaheim, you are not the father, 5-year-old Jaheim. I don't understand that. This is sometimes it's too much overcorrection. I believe in protecting women and things, equality and things. But if you gonna have equality, the protecting women, what I believe in is the woman you with or who's there, even if they in your company, you don't let them get beat up and you be like, well, she ain't my woman. Or, if you somewhere and you may see somebody punching a woman or knocking her out. I mean, I'm not saying you should be a vigilante. You never know that you might get shot. So, but, I don't know. Try things, that type of protection, physical. I'm not going to sit there and why a dude just sitting there getting beat up. I wouldn't be like, oh, well, that's a man. If you was a woman, I would have helped. But you a dude, so gotta go. Take that whooping like a man. I mean, I'm not going to jump into any of this stuff these days. You been and got shot. But I try something, say something, call somebody, call the police, something. I don't know. Anyway, that's where my thing go. Protecting them like, well, it's a woman in the workplace. Protect her. What? Where the equality go? Like, we all equal. She okay? Now, I ain't going to say anything inappropriate. So, but that's all. You shouldn't say anything inappropriate until, at least they're your friends. But, the not believing that anybody lie or, if you not believing everything they say, you not protecting women or you a chauvinist or this. No. People lie all the time. Like, that's why it's investigations and things. So I don't take anybody. Just like as soon as a black person, if they say something about a white person, you don't just take it on face value. Well, they black and they said this, so racism. People say things. Everybody lie and do things. So vice versa for everything. So I don't agree with that. I'm getting ready to get up out of here, y'all. Wrap this up. So if y'all got some more things you want to talk about Diddy, let me know. Or anything else going on. Me, myself. Like I say, I've been so busy, have so much going on. I really, really, really want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody that come through with the support, all the love. And I was just thinking, what's some ideas that you all might want to see for some new shows or things? I was thinking about even doing like a midnight show, but I don't know exactly what I would do every time in the midnight. But just different things, ideas to kick around. Might even start working on my gaming channel more. I ain't been playing PlayStation though as much as I used to. I ain't been able to play in a couple weeks pretty much, so that ain't probably gonna be the best. But like I say, everything should be settling down soon, and when it does, I think, I'll be able to produce a lot more content and make a lot of these ideas come true, come to life, and make it work. So that's another thing I need to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about, which is the final season of Ghost and how the cast was notified and what was going on with that. It's funny, I'll talk about this for a couple minutes before we get up out of here. Shout out to Bobby Bailey coming with a good question for everybody. But I was talking with a couple of the people that's in Discord, a couple of the members, and was telling them before this was even announced that there were budget cuts with the series and that they would probably be looking to make some type of combination in the future. Who knows? But I didn't know that Book 2 Ghost was going to get canceled. Just like I don't know what may happen with, the other shows and things. Force and all of that. So, you never know what happens. But the strike that took place with the actors and the writers kind of have people looking at their budgets differently, studios and productions. And so they probably look at it as, hey, we running this production in New York, it's expensive. Running a production in Chicago, maybe we can combine some things, maybe save some money, combine some audiences. Who knows? But that's why they call it the entertainment business. And, there you have it. So they all trying to make money, not spend money and go broke. And unfortunately, well, I don't know if it's unfortunate or not. You never know how things play out. But this show, Ghost, is coming to an end. And who knows what all the actors will do. I'm pretty sure they all land on their feet. Especially after as much screen time as most of them have gotten on that show. And so, we'll see what their next moves are. But it looks like Ghost is over with. And it would be good to finally know who Effie's family was and who she was related to. But I think they should wipe out pretty much all of them on the show. Tariq, Braden, Effie, all of them should get wiped out. So we'll see. How about them Cowboys? Playoffs are coming, Miss Jocelyn. I love me some playoffs. Yeah, you say we need a new show channel on Discord. I know, right? We make something happen. All right, Corinne, we about to get up out of here. You said that Book 2 cast new, just like Unique. I know, right? They over there faking it. We didn't know. We so hurt and surprised. Your ass knew. You knew these was gonna be your last checks coming up for this. So straight up. Hey, straight up. Hey, Corinne, they all gotta go. Gotta go. Take them all out, especially Tariq. If Tariq becomes some type of assassin, he's finally the new Ghost. I'll be like, man, somebody pop him. Please pop him. Straight up. Punch him, trip him, give him a foot sweep. Sit down, little ninja. Sit down. All right, Mina. You have a good night as well. Everybody on the chat, I appreciate it. Hey, Bobby, it better be bloody on season 3. It better be that time of the month. That's all I got to say. They better be dripping in this heavy flow. But no, ain't no way they should survive from Mary J to Tariq and everybody else in between. They should all be gone. They doing too much. So, anyway, let me get up out of here, y'all. I'm tired. But I definitely been wanting to get this out for days. So, I appreciate everybody for coming through. All the great questions, support. And I'll see y'all Thursday night. Well, Friday morning with the first reaction for BMF. So, y'all, I'll see y'all later. Everybody have some rest. Have a good evening. Deuces. And I'm out of here.